All right, and we're off. So
Right off
Hamburg
the
starting
ground.
in Link's house, and Etienne starting in Sanctuary. And we have map checks. We have pendants at Hera and Easter at Desert, Red Crystal at Eastern Palace.
Super minor divergence right off the bat. Just a quick check in Link's house, but getting a little bit of cash out of it.
Yeah, it's especially important with so many things to sell. But ooh, level 1 tree pill, $20. That'll set us up nicely for Kakariko start. And just single green rupees from Bush Crab. And it looks like Etienne not going to check the Aga ledge. But it looks like Hamburg is headed that way. So let's see what is on Aga today. Just a heart container. We won't be killing Aga for that. That'll remain there until we are set. And right now, Etienne just stocking up on some rupees. Nothing wrong with that this early in the game. Still has to pay his bribes throughout Hyrule.
And he has some fat stacks here, over 290 already. Humbug still just under 100.
All right, let's see what's in the vanilla mushroom spot. Triple bombs. That's another fantastic item over there, because then that puts us all the way through Kakariko with bombs. So that'll set us up that we may not need to buy them. We'll have to see as we get done with Kakariko.
That is a super good point, Nitro. Early bombs, big deal.
Yep. Oh, and we got a sword in the drop down. So early sword. So we'll see how our runners decide to use that to their advantage. Are they going to go through the vanilla escape and go to Zelda's chest, or are they going to stick to some other routes? So we'll have to wait and see. But Humbug will be the first of our two runners on stream here today to step foot into Kakariko, and Blind's HUD will be the first on the list.
A lot of opportunity here in Blind's Hut.
Yeah, 5 items and with bombs. Yeah, Etienne's still working on that money. I think he's good, unless he really thinks Zora's gonna have something important. All right, so we got $5, we got $20, we got a heart piece, and we got 20 more bucks. So nothing too fond of yet. And then you have this nice room with free 5 rupees and a single green rupee in the back of Blind's HUD. So nothing. So Blind not being a good thief today with any items, just getting lots of money. I guess that makes him a good money thief.
It does indeed, keeping his life savings close.
Yeah, close to heart. All right, we're going to drop down the well for some more items here. 5 more items of choice. Oh, we got a hammer. That's always one of the bigger items to get early. And we got a book we can read now, which is good. We got the bow. We got triple bombs. And we got a fetch quest and a shovel.
Wow, wow, wow. A lot of big items right off the bat.
And with Eastern being our only crystal, and triple bombs at the bomb vendor, not the best use of 100 rupees, but it is something they can cross off the list. But with Eastern being their only crystal that they can they can actually full clear Eastern palaces as long as they know their dark rooms, and runners of these calibers, I'm not surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they did that. And $20 in the back of Chicken Hut. All right, let's check the bar, see what's there. And 50 more bucks there.
With all this cash early on, especially with Edium going and pulling that tree so many times, he's going to be up over 500 before he leaves Kakariko.
Oh, yeah. He certainly will be. And let's see what the library has. Just a piece of heart. Won't be going back for that item either. So let's see. Does Humbug blind check the race game? No, he does not. He will check it to see if he wants it and then go back for it. Not for 10 arrows. So he saves himself some time there. And now we'll go to the shovel spot and then probably head directly to South Shore. And $100, which Humbug will pick up, and he will save and quit. He will go back to his house. Let's see where he goes next.
Ooh, a lucky 8 drop from the random shovel on Etium's side.
Yeah, that sets him up to not have to buy bombs at all the rest of the for a while now, which is nice. And it looks to me like Humbug is making his way over to Eastern Palace, going to take Sahashla's closet, and probably full clear Eastern Palace. Does have almost all the tools. The only thing he's lacking is that lamp. But again, runners of these caliber, easy dark rooms. I don't see any problem with full clearing Eastern.
Getting that early bow, a big deal. Situation like this, don't have to make that double dip.
Yeah, exactly. All right, in the back of Sasha's closet, we got triple bombs, the boomerang, and 50 more bucks. Now, if this were Key Sanity or any of those others, it probably makes more sense to ask Sahasha where the green pendant is. There's really no need because we saw it in our early map check.
Eddie, I'm checking the island real quick. Just $20 up or there.
All right, looks like they're both heading towards Eastern Palace. So let's see, front all in logic, and then everything behind lamp and or fire rod all out. So they'll have to just keep that in the back of their minds, whatever items they do get here. All right, in the first chest, we get a heart container. Still early game. Runners are not going to say no to heart container.
Nice leisurely stroll.
All right, let's see what's in the here. Oh, we got a big key. So we might have the God Eastern where everything is in the front. No need to go to the back and just go straight to Armos Knights. But we'll see. There's still 2 dungeon items left at stake here. We'll have to see where those tend to be.
I always love watching that room there get cleared with those pots before they even spawn. So beautiful. So well done.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And there's our compass. So let's see what's in the big chest. If it is the dungeon map, then there are 2 items, one on Armos Knights, and the other will be in the and there is our map. So there is 2 items left, both behind one behind the lamp and one behind fire rod and or lamp. So some sequence breaking going on here, but no reason not to. And especially these particular dark rooms, the one that Humbug is in right now, is really easy to learn. If you can stumble around a little bit, but as you can see, he's using his sword to kind of guide him, and also knows the rooms very well, so easy able to get in and out very quickly.
No stumbling on Humbug's side.
Yeah, no stumbling with these runners of this caliber. And just 10 sticks in the vanilla big key chest room. Let's see what's behind Armos Knights. Now, the one thing that that people should be note that the room with the Igors in it, if you have a problem, you can shoot a arrow into the Igor, and then watch where the arrow is to move, and then just kill him that way. We'll see if Humbug decides to do that or not.
That's exactly what he did.
Yep. And he is already upstairs, so very nicely done. And Humbug will be the first of our 2 runners to do the ring around the Armos Knights.
And refilling his heart containers every step of the way.
Yeah. All right, let's see how he decides to handle the Armos Knights fight. Won't be going for the quick kill, looks like. But does... Yeah, misses the quick kill, but gets the boots.
Time to go fast.
Yep. We go fast at 11 minutes and 15 seconds, not only with the boots, but with our first crystal of the game.
Well done. What an expert. What an expert job getting through Eastern there.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, we'll see now probably Humbug either go back to his house to go South Shore or check the Bonk Rocks. But choosing to go back to his house first. So probably going to do South Shore first and then lead it into a water walk towards Zora.
A lot of items down on the South Shore.
Yeah. So we have Mini Moldorm came for Humbug first. And Etienne setting up the quick kill on the Armos Knights. Does get it.
Well done.
He gets the quick kill. So we'll see where he decides to go next. All right, so let's see what's in these 5 chests. So we got hook shot. We got the silvers.
Oh my.
We got the moon pearl.
My.
We got heart container, and we got master sword.
Jeez, what a stack.
That is beyond stacked right there.
New hype cave?
Yeah, it's migrated into yeah, for sure. That is that Mini Moldorm cave for the win today. And Humbug not satisfied with just that. He's going to go all the way to Ice Rod Cave. No problem with the boots. Faster movement. While Etienne taking a little bit of a detour, he is going to check Bonk Rocks first. And he gets a sword as well in Bonk Rock. So that is our second sword. That is his master sword. But when he goes South Shore, he will get the tempered sword out of it. So that'll be great for him. We'll see when Humbug decides to do Bonk Rocks. I'm sure that is on his list. But first, he is setting up a water walk.
Ice Rod Cave, just a piece of heart.
That is definitely one of those locations that control runners. I've seen it many times. And Etienne is checking the dam first for 20 bucks inside. And because he does not have the hook shot, he'll have to do 2 screen transitions here. All right, let's see what does Hobo have today. He has 20 bucks. And Humbug says, okay, that's enough information there. And he saves and quits. He also does not have the money for Zora like Etienne. And when you drain the dam, just a heart piece, which Etienne will leave. And Humbug will save the screen transition with the hook shot onto the chest. So he only has to do this one. And now Etienne will get his bunch of items that we just described and probably be very excited to see that tempered sword along with silvers. So not only not master sword today, but we will have silvers as well for Gan. Now, with Etium having the money for Zora, let's see if he decides to go to Zora first. Now, it looks like Humbug is going to be checking Gina's cave, so we'll see what's there. That's another one of those, like, left off locations.
And he has the Moon Pearl as well, Etium. So if he does decide to go Zora, he'll be able to do Waterfall at the same time.
Well, with the boots, the water walk, you don't need the
Ah,
Moon Pearl,
Water
and
Walk negates the.
water walk is not, the Moon Pearl is not needed for that
I did not
particular
know that.
cave if you have the boots. And it looks like Etium is also setting up the water walk. I don't know how to do it, but I know he's setting it up. Or he's didn't set it up correctly, but he's gonna fake flipper to Zora. So let's see if he just goes straight to Zora, if he goes to Hobo first. Meanwhile, Humbug is going into Green Pendant Eastern Palace.
Interesting play.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, there's really not much else he can do. He has done everything that he can. He needs to find either a glove or a flute to get up Death Mountain, or, as we don't want to say, the lamp, which would put Aga into total logic. All right, let's see what's on the torch today. It is the small key, so boots are required for this dungeon. So that means that you were probably having to double dip Eastern Palace, because more than likely we had to get the boots somehow. So we'll have to figure out where our fires. Oh, we still have all of the castle to check, and there's our Dark World access behind the flippers.
Glove in the waterfall, as well as a bug net.
Yeah, the swag net. So that kills Aga 1 on this seed. And just a compass in the back. So let's see what's on Zora Ledge. Just a heart container. Etienne will not be picking that up. But we'll go pay the big fish his ransom and see what he gets from that. And a mirror from Zora.
All that early farming paying off.
Oh, yeah, for sure. All right, let's see what is in the big key chest. Just $300. That does put the Zora play into Humbug's ability if he wants to go that route. But it looks to me like Etienne is going to go Hype Cave. He's going to go Dark World. And it looks like Humbug is going to be heading towards Hyrule Castle. So probably going to be doing the escape sequence. All right, so we have all crystals in the Dark World except for Ice Palace, which is our blue pendant, and our other 5/6 crystal is at Skull Woods. So we will be needing to find that ice rod. We will be needing to find some medallions and the flute, and there's our flippers. So that is how we are supposed to get to the mirror and blue mail in the back of Hype Cave. So nothing like Mini Moldorm Cave, but that will be really hard to top. And Etienne heading towards the pyramid. We'll check Pyramid Ledge, more than likely catfish as well. And just $50 there. Not going to go back for that. But this is a really awesome mirror here. He's going to go right in and do escape. He's going to go check Uncle and get that item. And then he's going to go get through the escape much quicker with that mirror.
And that mirror heading into some of these dungeons, if he chooses to dip some pendants, could come in very, very handy in situations where Humbug doesn't have it yet.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so we find Cane of Berna in the second chest. All right, let's see what's in Zelda's cell. So now we know how we get that mirror. The question is how do we get, and we had the book, and we have 10 arrows in Zelda cell. So Humbug gonna death warp here. A little easier without blue mail, but we'll see how quick Etienne is able to just mirror out as soon as he gets down there. We'll not have to death. And now you're gonna see Humbug do Dark Cross, no fire rod, no lamp. This will be in total darkness for him. And again, this is just another thing that runners can do at this caliber. That if you're gonna run this game, especially open mode, you want to be able to do these dark rooms. Very important.
So masterfully done, straight sprinting the whole way. No buffers, no miss, no hitting walls. Absolutely beautiful.
Yep. All right, let's see if we'll. And a bottle behind the fire rod and/or lamp. All right, so that puts Sick Kid kind of into the logic, but with no lamp, no fire rod, we're still looking for a way to get to Armos Knights, which has our boots. And the Humbug showing another one of those cool fake flippers that you're able to do. Oh wait, he has the flippers. Never mind. Like wait, he's fake flippers from a different location. Nope, he has the flippers.
Uncle was holding on to those bad boys.
Yep. All right, so now where does Etienne go from here? Looks like Catfish. He will get his, you'll also find out what the waterfall fairy holds. Oh, Red Goo. That's really awesome. Also, and Humbug gets his glove. So now can check back of escape. So that's probably where our fire source is to do Eastern. Knowing by what we know. Let's see what old Catfish has today. And we have Catfish and Zora checks at the same time. One item you want, the other one sits there. Triple bombs, nothing important at a Catfish today.
Very interesting to figure out where this fire source is going to be.
Yeah, by process of elimination, it kind of almost has to be at the back of the escape where the two bombable chests are. We'll see. Our runners don't seem to care about fire sources. Who needs a fire source to complete this seed? I mean, you will need one at some point, but with what they have, they're not going to go out of there. They're going to do other locations first. And right now, Etienne is going to do King's Tomb and Graveyard Ledge. And just for a heart piece.
Sanctuary. Oh, was that just a heart piece?
That was a heart piece. He had three other. And we have a blue Yoshi on Humbug set. I love all these little sprites that have been brought into the randomizers. All right, so here we go with King's Tomb now. I mean, Graveyard Ledge, rather. Are we seeing an early swamp? Oh, yeah. All right, so here we go with that diversion. So Humbug is going into a crystal dungeon in Swamp Palace. He can full clear it. Has all the items necessary. We'll see what he gets out of it. Meanwhile, Etienne is going into the back of escape. So this is at the version that we were talking about at the beginning of the seed. And we'll see. This is where our fire source is. Well, there's our small key, $20, and nope, no fire source.
Wow.
So let's see. What are we missing? For a fire source here. And Etienne going to Dark Cross. Trying to find that key rat. Oh, there's our powder. That puts the magic bat into the equation. We'll see if Humbug decides to do left side swamp. From what I'm gathering, the runners will do as much as they can to avoid left side swamp. But if you're coming in here this early, probably something on your mind. But we'll see what she decides. And Etienne does get his bottle. Let's see where Etienne heads next. And Humbug starting with the back of Swamp Palace. Let's see if Etienne follows suit into Swamp or he goes else. And triple bombs in the sewer room. And it looks like Etienne is also heading into Swamp Palace.
Now the gloves were at the waterfall.
Yes.
And the flippers were on
And
Uncle. So we had Dark World access.
Yeah, so that puts the lamp pretty much anywhere other than Dark Room. So it could be in Thieves Town. Yeah, it could be pretty much anywhere at this point now. And 10 arrows and the big key. And Humbug not gonna check that big key. He's just going straight for Argus. And $300.
Whole lot of cash.
No progression though. We do know that we are still a ways away because we still have no idea what medallions we're gonna need for Misery Mire and Turtle Rock. And the Argus fight for Etienne will be also faster with Tempered Sword over Master. Boss fights in general will be faster, other than Blind and stuff like that are always the same regardless of the sword that you have.
Oh, nice grab.
And down goes Argus.
Solid fight.
Oh yeah, clean for our map. Let's see if he's happy with just that or if he goes back in for more. I don't recall how many items we got. Let's see, there are five items here. I believe we saw 4 of them. So I don't think I think he'll be happy with that. All right, so possibly over to Bombo's tablet now. All right, old Bombo's tablet, what do you have for us today?
Could it be Bombos?
Nope, triple bombs. Well, it is something that's related to Bombos, but it isn't Bombos itself.
Bomb trace.
Bomb trace. We'll take that. All right, let's see where Humbug decides to go next. And it looks to me like Etienne will be checking that big key, so we'll see what is there.
This could be a big deal right here.
Yeah, especially if it's like Ice Rod or something like that.
Ice
Rod,
that's
flute, be huge.
Fire source.
All right, let's Cave 43 now. Oh, just $20. So Humbug definitely. Oh, and there's our 10 bomb start. All right, let's see what good old Stumpy has today. There's our Titan
Ooh.
Smiths, and what a great place to get them, because that gives you access to the Smiths. All right, so Humbug now heading to dig game anywhere between 1 and 30 is digging possibilities today. It will be the same for both of our runners. Oh, and 2 digs for 20 bucks.
Not bad.
That's time saving for you. All right, let's see what Humbug gets out of the Smiths. He can also check Magic Bat too, and he
Indeed.
can do hammer pegs all together.
Followed quickly by Sick Kid.
Yep, my sick kid, which is not yet quite in the logic though, but he will be able to get the item out of it because we still don't have a fire source. There's triple bombs though, so nothing out of Smiths today. All right, Magic Bat, what do you have for us today?
Etienne taking care of the sewers once and for all.
Oh, he's going back in.
Heading right back in.
Oh, there's Kana Samaria.
Ooh. So much for the troll item.
Yeah. Well, now we still have Ice Rod, which is always could be anywhere other than Trinex. And then of
Fire
course,
rod's necessary.
yeah, we still need Fire Rod, but Fire Rod doesn't seem to be as trolly of an item. But he's gonna do left side swamp. So if he finds the Ice Rod, so there were 2 items that Humbug decided to leave out. The 20 bucks, and then whatever the one item is on left side swamp.
Oh, I am pumped to see this.
This is going to be potentially huge.
At very least, you know it's sitting in the back of Humbug's mind right now.
Oh yeah,
Etienne's going to walk out of here not have any of those concerns.
and to leave 2 items in Swamp Palace in an early go may not be always the right play, but we'll see what Etienne finds.
It's a risk. It's definitely a risk, but
and only
could be one that
$5
pays
in the
off.
bombable hut.
Remembering Sick Kid.
Yeah, I was just about to say, like you had said earlier. All right, let's see what Sick Kid has. Oh, the signal arrow, the one that kills Ganon. The most important item in the game. All right, so let's see. Item will be just more money.
Not particularly useful at this point, but definitely got it back from the payment.
Yeah, we've paid off pretty much everybody that we have to pay off. And Humbug is going to be into Thieves Town. All right, there's our compass. So what is the final item in Swamp Palace? What is on the left side? Is another fetch quest. It's the mushroom. Oh my.
So we know it's something, we just don't know what.
Yeah, we don't know what it is, but oh my. So if that is some kind of progression,
yeah,
it's gonna be a long time before Humbug goes back there.
And on top of that, if it is, that's a huge deal for putting Humbug behind potentially. And if it's not, that's a big deal for putting Etienne behind.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so Etienne gonna do his Bombos tablet. Not gonna find anything he wants, but it is just a check. There's our big key on Humbug's side, guaranteed to be in one of the 4 chests. And there is the small key. Not surprised with the lack of items in the front. Mostly dungeon items so far. So let's see what is decided to be done next.
$20 in the desert cave.
Yeah, nothing in Gina's cave. dead to us today, but it's just better off you get that check done, um, because it's just something that you can one off for a long time. All right, so Etienne is gonna go into Green Pendant, uh, Desert Palace, no fire source to clear this. So I'm with Crystal Dungeons, he can clear. I'm kind of a little concerned, but we'll have to see what he gets out of this.
I believe Humbug has already done this check.
Yeah, he has, and
There was not much.
we didn't find anything of note. So, all right. So the rest of the items, there is the compass. So we have found all the dungeon items. The rest of the way will be all items. We'll see if they're of note. All right, let's see what's in Blind's chest today, and the big key chest and what is on Blind. Now, if you keep Blind on his script, it is one of the more easier fights in the game. Once he goes off script, all bets are off.
So far, I've been extremely impressed with Humbug and his ability with the bosses, with the dark rooms, execution on point.
And just $20 in Blind's chest. So let's see what's in the hammer locked or big chest. It's always kind of funny when the small key locks itself inside the big key chest in this dungeon. And there's our flute. Okay, so that is how we get to Death Mountain. If we're keeping ourselves in logic here to do Hera and all that stuff and full clear all of Death Mountain, other than Old Man, is all in logic now.
So Fire Source, in theory, could be on Death Mountain.
Oh, it certainly can.
Wild.
We still have one more item on Blind, so we'll see a quick kill here. Let's see what Etienne decides to do now. He got that mushroom and he's I was gonna say not checking it, but he is gonna go and check the mushroom. Looked like he might have been setting up fake flippers and probably forgot that he has the flip. And Humbug keeping Blind on schedule, full flawless victory, and we get $20. All right, so we have, and what a good place to get the flute where you can activate it right away.
That's a fair point. Mushroom check.
All right, so let's see if Left Side Swamp is going to burn Humbug or either put Humbug in a huge lead or put Etienne in a huge lead. So let's see what it is today. Oh, just $20. So that's not going to help him, unfortunately. And we get the Swag Duck. All right, so let's see where Etienne goes next. Along with Humbug, he can dip Skullwoods if he wants. Won't be able to full clear it unless he finds Fire Rod. But let's see where he goes first. It looks like the C-shaped house is on his list for $20. All right, so Humbug heading towards Bumper Ledge. We'll get that checked too. See if we need that cape today. Nope, not for 10 arrows. And Humbug gonna get his
Sword upgrade?
Sword upgrade, I believe. Yep. And I bet you Etienne is wishing he had the Cane of Samaria that his opponent on the restream has today, and that makes this room so much easier.
Etium can do the front half here, but correct me if I'm wrong, the back half's going to be fire locked behind the
Yeah,
rock.
he must find if in order for this to I mean, he can potentially get the 2 items. There's one of them. There's Quake, so that's a great piece of the puzzle. Potentially, we have no idea what the medallions are, but yeah, the back of Skull Woods is totally locked up by the fire. And only one more item here in Skull Woods, and if it is the fire rod, you can full clear it. So let's see what it is on Etium's side.
Controlled by the bumper.
And just a compass, not helpful, unfortunately. And he didn't get the key from the pot, so he's gonna have to do some maneuvering here. And if he had gotten the key from the pot, he wouldn't have had to drop down that hole. That's what I think he was hoping for.
Ooh, dangerous. 1 health left.
Yeah, and things in the dark world, even on blue mail, still hurt. And there's our other item. There's ether. So we have 2 medallions inside of Skull Wood. So that clears us out. But important information for him. He does get his medallions. And we're going to get one of those medallion checks in Misery Mire. So let's see which of those 2 that we know of are going to be there. Oh, I did not
catch
see
that.
I wonder if our tracker caught that. All right, in the Tamara show, we have a fire shield and a heart piece, so nothing there. And our tracker did catch it in bombos. So the 1 medallion we do not have as of yet.
Of course it is.
Yeah, 67% chance you have the medallion, and it's like, nope, not today. Oh, there's a fire rod. And I'm like, wait, I need that. So there is how we are supposed to get to Dark Cross as of now and do the back of Eastern Palace. So that puts all of that into the logic now.
Wow.
And that is why you don't look around for the lamp, because you may never find it. And if it is buried somewhere deep in the seed, it's a pain. All right, Etium entering into Thieves Town here.
Humbug looking like he's going towards Skull Woods.
Yeah, and he'll get his medallions.
Not the one he's looking for, but he will be able to full
clear.
clear.
Unfortunately, not the one he's looking for. But with the fire rod, he can not only full clear this dungeon. Number 1, number 2, he can do the pedestal check. So he's gonna have a lot of information that sadly Etium is not gonna have. He did not go to the back of this dungeon.
A lot of small time saves we've seen on Humbug's side, whether it was having the fire rod here, having the Cane of Samaria, or even early on having the hook shot to get through the dam. A lot of small things, but it adds up real fast.
Oh yes. Humbug gonna be a little more careful with his health. Mothula is no slouch, but he does get a couple of timely heart drops, so that's good for him.
Beautiful zombie room. Mummies. That was some great time magic powder on the Annie Fairy on Etium's side.
All right, so let's see the Mothula fight on Humbug's side. Won't be too terrible, although it always depends on how Mothula wants to be today. If he sits on the spikes, he does not take damage, unfortunately.
Uh-oh.
And those spikes do 100 damage regardless of the male. So luckily he has that red potion. So he's gonna take care of that. But again, Mothra is sitting on the spikes right now, not cooperating at all. But he does get him down and does get his third crystal of the match.
And the big key.
And then, as expected, he's going to check that pedestal. He can see it, and we'll see. So, all right, chat, get your hype up for the pedestal. If it is Bombos, Ice Rod, we've seen, I believe, all the fetch quests. So, not going to be a fetch quest. Oh, well, right. He has not checked the front of Skullwood, so he has one more check that he wants to do before checking that pedestal.
And then afterwards, I do believe he has the front of
Right,
Gold
and
Woods
then
that he
he'll
skipped
find
right
his
over.
other medallion, the ether medallion, and then unfortunately won't have the medallion he wants, but we'll have at least another 66.7% chance that he has the medallion required. And he's not checking the pedestal. All right, well, sorry, chat. Not my fault. It's one that you think the runner is going to do one thing and they do something totally opposite. And with that fire source, we do have logical access to the pedestal. It is in logic now because we can full clear desert and we can full clear ice palace.
Ooh, a little bomb jump.
All right, so down goes blind on Etiem's side. He gets his crystal, his third crystal of the match. So we'll see where he decides to go next. And Humbug probably saying, darn it, why could that be Bombos? And Etiem activating his flute. And it looks to me like we will have a check of pod. Yep. The only parts of pod that are not in logic at this point are the dark maze, and I believe that's it. Everything else is accessible with fire rods. So so only 3 checks that are not in logic at this point, unless we find a lamp. And Etienne doing a smart check here. He's gonna check all Village of Outcasts before going to the dig game, because since he does not have the Titans mints from Stumpy, he will get them shortly. He will have to. He doesn't know that he's going to get his Titans mints, so we'll see where he goes next. Looks like Magic Bat. And Pod is locked, but we have both of them, so that means nothing. We find the big key.
Another one of those minor differences, not having Titan's mitts on Etiem's side, not able to rope everything in together in this area, just able to do that single check.
Yeah, that is unfortunate, but he will, as long as he continues south, he will find them, so at least it won't be trolling him for too long. But yeah, it's just putting checks together. Humbug has done a very good job reading the seed so far. All right, so this will probably be a small key here. There's lots of small keys in this dungeon here. And there's half magic, not required, but it is a good item.
Very convenient.
And it's usually best, especially against Ganon. But since we have silvers and we have the tempered sword, that's not going to be a problem for our runner. looks like Humbug is setting up a bomb jump here to get over to that big chest. And he does get it. He does get the map.
Titan's mitts for Etienne.
And Titan's mitts for Etienne. He's probably like, oh, why couldn't those be earlier? And in the dark maze, we have our first item, which is a piece of heart. And 10 arrows. And this just shows you how good these runners are. Totally in the dark, not having any problems with and the only dark rooms that are harder than these are in Misery Mire.
Exceptional work on Humbug's side, continuing to impress me.
That is textbook supported. All right, now this room is totally in the logic with the fire rod. As you can see, they've made this possible. So we'll get a small key first, and then there's that. So that's how we could get to Sick Kid without Dark Cross. But again, Dark Cross is in the logic now. So that's our second bottle. And there's Red Mal. So we have Red Yoshi on Humbug's side.
Pod very convenient. Get the red mail, get the half magic. It's quality of life.
Yep. All right, so let's see. Now this is going to be a new check. Humbug did not check purple chest, so let's see what's there. And now it's an orphaned check for him. And unfortunately, not going to burn him today. Just a heart container. Alright, Etienne heading in the right direction, though, to get his fire rod so he can clear out Skull Woods and get all himself back into the logic. Alright, so Humbug going to the turtle room.
Etienne picking up his fire rod.
Alright, Etienne, where do you go next? Back to the village. Yeah, he's gonna clear out Skull Woods. And I wonder if he decides to do a pet check. All right, so 17 smacks to the face and 1 silver arrow once the mask is off will be another crystal for Humbug.
14, 15. And
deciding not to go with the silvers, but another
Very
clean fight
fast.
for Humbug. Yep. All right, so what is on Helmasaur King today? It is the compass, but more importantly, it is a crystal. All right, let's see if Etienne is gonna decide to check the pedestal after he clears out Mafia. He's gonna do a ped check first. All right, so 55 minutes in, let's find out what's on the pedestal. Etienne, you're the first contestant on our region to get the oh, just pocket change. And the ped dies at the 55-minute and 16 seconds. So not only does Chet not get their Aga seed, they don't get a ped seed either.
Etienne has made several plays that could have paid off huge and put him head and shoulders above Humbug, who's abandoned quite a few. When you're talking the chest, you're talking back of swamp, and they just haven't paid off for him thus far.
And I'm rescuing the old man, so just for triple bombs. But we're gonna get a lot of checks up here. We have all of Dark Death Mountain, Light World Death Mountain. We have inside of Spectacle Rock, top of Spectacle Rock, and we have Ether Tablet. And I believe we do not. We can. I believe we can check with Cane of Burna. There's enough magic with half magic to check Spike Cave. Right now, probably Tower of Hera last on his agenda, but we'll see where he decides to go. And you can check that Ether Tablet. All right, so down goes Mothula for Etienne.
Now we're just missing Bombos and Ice Rod.
Yeah, we're just missing Bombos and Ice Rod. And technically the lamp.
And you need Bombos to finish off Misery Mire. And you need, or even get into it, and you need Ice Rod for Turtle Rock.
Need Ice Rod for Turtle Rock. And Humbug going into Pendant Tower of Hera. Okay, let's see where Etienne decides to go next. Probably over to Pod.
Well, he's not fluting there.
No, he's not. And Humbug finds either the two items or is happy what he's gotten is out. Oh, and we're gonna have a Pyramid Fairy check.
Another gamble.
And Floating Island just has another heart container. Has not been a big seed with heart containers that our runners have decided to get. And we have Spiral Cave for Humbug and Big Bomb for Etienne. And that is one of the coolest things you will ever see. with that bomb dash, and as long as you get the screen transition before the bomb explodes, you don't have to carry the big bomb around. It's one of the coolest things. All right, 10 arrows and a piece of heart. So nothing in Pyramid Fairy. All right, now on to Paradox Cave for Humbug.
Big check.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot of items quick. You have 2 here and 4 upstairs. And there's our lamp. And $50. That puts everything into perspective.
After all of that.
Well, the fire rod would put a lot of it into perspective, but that's how you're supposed to use it. That's how you get to the lamp. So no more dark rooms for Humbug. We have $20 in the top, 10 more arrows. Looking still for that ice rod. Heart piece, 10 arrows, and 10 more arrows.
Wow.
All right, so nothing at the top of Spectacle Rock, but we still have all of Dark Death Mountain to check as well.
Kiki getting a payday.
Yeah, paying off Kiki the extortionist. Kiki and Zora are the extortionists. All right, it looks like we're going to get the Turtle Rock. We'll be able to find out what the Turtle Rock medallion is. Now, as long as it's not Bombos, we can at least get into Turtle Rock and get all the way to Laser Bridge. If it is Bombos, well, then you can't get into that either. And the medallion of choice today is Quake. All right, so we can get into Turtle Rock and go all the way to Laser Bridge. I don't think Humbug is going to make that choice now, but we'll see. Still looking for that Bombos medallion and that ice rod. Ice Palace? Anybody? Green Pendant.
I hadn't
Desert
thought of
Palace?
that.
Yeah, we have Green Pendant. We have Green Pendant Desert Palace. We have Super Bunny Cave still at large, which he's going to check now. And then we have Ice Palace, and nobody likes to go into Pendant Ice Palace.
Turtle Rock could have Bombos, and then Misery Mire could have the Ice Rod.
Absolutely. All right, so nothing in Super Bunny Cave. All right, so we are gonna go to Hookshot Cave now on Humbug side.
A few more items over here.
Yep. All right. Now this chest here is possible to have the hookshot in the game because you can bonk over there. So just pieces of hurt. So now we're gonna get getting some health and more useless money. Oh, and he's gonna have to go all the way back for that other chest there. He missed one. And just another piece of hurt. All right, does he dip Turtle Rock? Looks to me like that's his play. Yep, we are going into Turtle Rock without the ice rod. So if Humbug finds ice rod here, we are Bombos from Go mode. If we do not, we will keep searching. All right, first chest is a small key. And ATM also setting up his bomb jump.
Well done.
Yeah. All right, and this room is so much easier with hookshot. All right, compass and another small key. And that's him getting his items out of Dark Maze.
Great game knowledge there by Humbug to pick up the heart and the full magic refill into those two skulls.
Yeah, he could have done it that way, or he could have mirrored back to the front to get it there. Oh, those chain chops are no joke. Regardless of your mail upgrade, they hurt. So he has to be a little more careful here. I believe he does have a fairy, though. So if he should take a fall, he won't have to start again. But patiently awaits and gets his big key. Because you're one room away from anti-fairies. So, oh. He's like, I don't need no stinking anti-fairies. Oh, nice.
Wow.
It's all four the anti-fairies in one go. All right, so we are. Oh, and Yoshi turns into. So his sprite, which we didn't see before since we had Moon Pearl, is the Yoshi egg.
That is real clever.
Yes. All right, there's Bombos. All right,
Oh,
so
boy.
that's how we get to Misery Mire. So Turtle Rock has one of our Go mode items. We are now in search for that ice rod, which can literally be anywhere other than Trinex.
You know, you mentioned Ice Rod is often the troll item, and you're right again.
It's gonna be it again. And the thing is if it's on the pedestal, well, then you know you're just gonna go and clear the pendant dungeons as fast as possible. But when it's not, and it's somewhere else in the world, which it could be anywhere, it's just like, okay, what is the one location that's gonna find it? And I'm wondering, see, for Etienne, he obviously has no idea that Bombos is in Turtle Rock. If he goes Ice Rod Cave first, I mean Ice Palace first, which probably is not on his to-do list because Turtle Rock has more and the mountain has a lot more checks. But if he were to go into Ice Palace and get Ice Rod, he would be able to full clear the mountain on one go, looking for just Bombos. So we'll see. what he decides to do. There's another heart piece inside Mimic Cave, not the item that they want. So Etium does get his mirror out. Let's see where he goes. He's gonna flute. Is he fluting to 8 or is he fluting to 1? He does flute to 1, so he will go the way, and he will get to Death Mountain first. And by statistics, this is obviously more a more relevant check because there's just way too many items on Death Mountain to say no to it.
It's true. And you don't know if you're in first, you're behind.
Yeah, you
No
have
way to
no
know.
idea. All right, so there's another small key in the roller bar room. So, all right, so now we have 4 more chests that we can check for that ice rod. And with Bombos here in Turtle Rock, obviously Humbug's going to go do Misery Mire before going into any of the other pendant dungeons. Although for him, he's probably hoping it's right here on Laser Bridge. Oh, there's the small key you need. And 10 arrows. And 20 bucks. One more check and we're locked out of... We're done in Turtle Rock. And is this our ice rod? No, it is not. Alright, so... let's see what Humbug does next. Looks like he's gonna try to he
Mirror
looks like he's gonna leave his portal there, go to 6, clear out Misery Mire, and then potentially see where he go, see if he can, as long as he doesn't, I believe, mirror, or if he saves and quits, or I think he ends up back in the light world and saves his portal right by Turtle Rock. So if the ice rod is here, then he can just go right back up the faster way and do Turtle Rock and not have to go through the whole thing again. So we'll see what he does and what he's able to get.
Very technical dungeon here.
Yeah, absolutely. And basically from Etium's side, he's basically a full dungeon behind at this point.
He does have some knowledge Humbug doesn't have, as Humbug looks for one single item. You know he's going to be thinking in the back of his mind about Swamp Palace, Pedestal. Some of these places he hasn't had a chance to check yet.
Yeah, he might very well do that. So he may lose some of that lead, depending on where he goes. And there's our map.
ATM collecting some sticks from Paradox.
And get some keys. So no Godmire, but again, not as relevant because he really needs to find that ice rod. So the boss here will be really easy. Vitreous with silver arrows, which you aren't normally supposed to have when you go to Vitreous. So it'll be a very quick Vitreous fight for him when he gets there. Oh, one hit. He's got to be careful here. Oh, and takes the death. But he does have that fairy from earlier. And there's our big key. But that's not what we're looking. I mean, yes, it is what we're looking for, but we're looking for that ice rod. Where, oh, where could it be? Humbug gonna go to the cutscene room. All right, Hetium is heading towards Total Rock. And there's our compass for Misery Mire. All right, here we go. Another check. Is this going to be our ice rod? No, it is not. Another small key. Just for everybody to note, there are more small keys than you need in Misery Mire. There are more doors, more keys than there are locks. As Etienne heads into Turtle Rock. And there's our third bottle.
Ooh, did that have a fairy?
It did. So that gives Humbug just a little bit more safety. And now just down to Vitreous himself now.
Insurance in a bottle.
Yeah, insurance in a bottle. All right, one last check that, I mean, obviously it is a crystal dungeon. He will full clear it, but he has not done Pyramid Fairy. He has not done Ped. He has not done Left Side Swamp. So he has locations that he can check. He also has Desert Palace that he can full clear, get the green pendant. You know, he did such great routing before, so we'll see where that pesky ice rod's going to be.
Swamp, definitely a very dangerous one. We know. He does not know that, but that would lead him on a fetch quest that doesn't end up netting anything.
Yeah, and
Ooh,
we have some spooky actions there from Humbug's side.
Wow.
That is just
Jeez.
when people bought this game back when it first came out in 1992, I doubt anyone ever thought that what we have found on this game to be possible. All right, into Vitreous. This will be a very quick fight as well, especially with silvers. And the big eyeball takes 2 silver arrows. All right, let's see where he goes next. Unless this is the ice rod, which it is not. All right, so Humbug, where do you go next? We know that you're not going to find the ice rod in Swamp, but I'm wondering, does he go Swamp? Does he go Desert? Does he go Tower of Terror? Yeah, that's really kind of what I can.
Ice
Go
Palace.
back and do Spike Cave.
He has been so efficient every step of the way so far.
And he is, yeah. So he's going to take a death here. So he saves his portal, at least for now. Trying to... Oh, he's going to let that fairy go.
That's right.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Good forward thinking.
Right. Because he would have then had to take a second death anyway. So his thinking right now is as long as he does not use that mirror, he can get back up to that portal pretty quickly.
It's a lot of save time.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Is he... See, I'm wondering if he's not going to head to Swamp because he would lose his mirror portal. So it looks to me like he's going to do Pyramid Fairy first and hopes to find the ice rod, which he's not. Now, Etienne is almost at Mimic Cave, so we'll see where he goes from here. Once he gets through the laser bridge.
You gotta believe he'll be heading over to Misery Mire.
Yeah, that is probably his best bet. I mean, he doesn't know what we know, that the ice rod's not there. But so realistically, let's see where it's going to be. So now we definitely know that it's not on the big bomb. We definitely know that it's not in any part of Swamp Palace. But I'm going to guess from Humbug's side, he does not want to go back into Swamp Palace because then he'll lose his portal. All right, does not find the ice rod. Let's see where he goes next.
I believe purple chest is still an option for him as well.
Yeah, you can do purple chest. But I'm wondering where he goes.
Catfish?
Catfish? I thought he did cat. No, that was Etienne who did catfish.
Yeah, Etienne did a lot of these outside the box ones, but
yeah,
cleared them all. Now, if it comes down to this search for ice rod, Etienne's gonna have a lot less spots he has to check.
Yeah, and since he'll be on the mountain, he'll probably after Laser Bridge, I wonder if he goes Spike Cave to not leave it abandoned. But again, we'll have to see what he decides to do once he gets through the Laser Bridge. Is he going to also leave his portal there? Or is he going to nope out and say, you know what, I'm just going to have to climb the mountain again because I don't know where that ice rod could be. And it could be so many places at this moment. I mean, less places than Humbug has left. All right, so I believe with that save and quit, I think he loses his portal, but I'm not 100% sure. We'll have to see where he goes. Ice Palace?
Looks like possibly. Ice Palace.
Yep. So there's 3 items in Ice Palace here. So let's see. Is this going to be Ice Rod or is it going to be somewhere else?
I'm trying to think where else it could be. I guess desert, right?
Well, it could be on Green Pendant. There's at least, I believe there's at least one more item in Tower of Hera. So it could be there. Could be in Spike Cave. Let's see, where else could it be? That might be it.
I'm getting down there.
Yeah, we're definitely getting down to the nitty gritty. So it's just, where is that ice rod going to be? And there's our map.
I'm definitely heading over to Misery Mire now.
Yeah, that's the smarter of the 2 plays left because it's a crystal dungeon. If you find the ice rod here, which he won't, then he knows that he just has to go back up the mountain and clear Trinex. On the other side, since he's not going to find it, he'll have a decision to make. Does he go clear the Green Pendant or does he go clear Ice Palace? Right. If he chooses the right choice, he will be very happy. So we'll see what happens here. Like I said, I think there's one, maybe 2 items between Hera and Desert left. So we'll have to see which one that is, or is it like in Ice Palace? Setting up the bomb jump. Gets it first try. And now 1 dungeon behind. Lead continues for Humbug. So heading upstairs now. Still on search for that. Is it in this chest? There it is. Ice Rod and Ice Palace. Who saw that coming? All right, so at the 1 hour 20 minute and 25 second mark, Humbug has officially entered go mode.
Let's go.
And the unfortunate part of this whole thing is, yeah, he left a lot on the table, but it's again the right calls for this seed, and he made them all.
It's
As
true.
far as our runners on the restream, we have no idea what's going on in the rest of the runners that are out there right now. But at the moment, we are concentrating on them. And so Humbug, all he has to do now is, I believe, just get back to his portal, because he never mirrored. I believe he saved this portal, so he can just drop back in portal, use his same portal, and get back into Turtle Rock.
He had to have
Do
portaled,
the whole
no?
thing again.
To leave the Ice Palace and flute up here, he had to have portaled.
Oh yes, yes, yes. So he will have to go through a second round of Turtle Rock. You're right, and that is slow, unfortunately.
Slow, and he doesn't know it, but he has plenty of a lead to make up for
Oh
that.
yes, yeah. He has no idea.
On top of making some really good calls here, Humbug's execution has been exceptional. I've been extremely impressed every step of the way so far. Definitely an excellent
Absolutely.
runner.
Hopefully, Etienne heads to Ice Palace next, because then at least he'll, hopefully he does not head to Desert or to Harrer. But again, he does not know what we know. Not able to set up the spooky glitch, so he'll have to go take a couple of extra screen transitions here. So he will go into his Vitreous fight now. So we'll see where he goes next. We know here in the commentators booth where he has to go, but he does not. And Humbug is almost back at Laser Bridge.
Excellent Vitreous fight.
Yep. So doesn't find the ice rod. All right, Etienne, where do you go next? He has his mirror out, so it looks like he's hopefully going to flute to 8. And that one dungeon lead continues for Humbug at this point.
Exceptional movement. Oh, looks he's going desert.
I think Etienne is going for green pendant. Yep.
Another risky move.
Desert. All right, so that's going to put him further behind. Meanwhile, Humbug is on his Trinex fight.
Uh-oh.
Not having the most of luck at this point. Oh, and he takes a death.
And he didn't.
I don't think he went to the safety door either.
He didn't take safety door. He's gonna have to do that
he's
all over
start
again.
all over again. Oh boy! And from the very beginning of Turtle Rock, this has not had a lot of health as far as like heart containers. So even though they're red mail, they still take a ton of damage from these bosses. So, yeah, that's just unfortunate for him. But, and because of where Etienne is, he's not going to gain any time off of that death, because he's clearing out a dungeon that he doesn't need to.
That's true. Interesting choice to go with the fire rod here.
Yeah, instead of silvers. But down goes Len Molas.
Quick.
For $50, not the item he wants. So he's gonna flute. He's gonna go turn in that green pendant. Hopefully he does not go back to Tower of Terror. Hopefully he just turns it in and goes right back to 8. That's where he needs to go. He must go to Ice Palace. Yeah. So let's find out what's on the green pendant. Thankfully, we've already seen all the fetch quests, so it
Could be
can't
Cape.
possibly be anything that's gonna make him like rage quit.
Could be Cape. Could be Red
It could be
Boomerang.
Kate, but it's not a fetch. It wouldn't be a fetch quest where he's like, if it was like mushroom or something, he's like, oh, dude. So
Bombs.
just triple bombs on Sahashala. All right, Etienne, where do you go next? Oh boy. Okay, he's headed back up the mountain. All right, so Tower of Terror possibly. Looks like potential Tower of Terror, Spike Cave.
Which, not knowing where Ice Rod is, not necessarily a bad call.
Oh, absolutely not.
Same amount of
There's
items,
no
I believe.
wrong call when I'm searching for Ice Rod. Unfortunately, this is just not. It's not the item dense. It's not the item density locations you have left, and that's what's. So he is going to go into Hera. Probably going to get the 2 items out of it. So we'll see what that other item is at least. And meanwhile, Humbug is trying Trinex again. This time with full health.
You got 2 in Hera plus Spike Cave. That's 3 to Ice Palace is 2 plus Ice Palace. Probably take a little bit longer.
Ice Palace has 3, so it's the same 3 and 3. Yeah. So there's our map. So is he going to nope out? No, he is not. He's going to do the Herapod jump. All right. So as soon as Trinex goes down, chat, get ready because there are 22 possible locations for the Ganon's Tower Big Key to be. In chat from a number from 1 to 22, just where do you think that GT key will be? We will be following Humbug's routing through GT since he is going to go in there first. So Metter, where do you think it's going to be?
I'm gonna go with 14 Nitro. What about you?
I usually go with 6, but I want to be trolly to the runners. I'm going Tower.
Oh.
Yeah, I usually don't change it, but I'm like, I want to be a little trolly to these runners. So I'm going Tower.
I'll be honest. I've never seen that bomb jump into the pot there that Etienne did.
Yeah, that's a newer thing. I believe Pink Kitty Rose found that one out, but I could be wrong.
Pink Kitty Rose, I'm very familiar with.
Yeah. All right, so into GT for Humbug. Does he go left or right first? He is starting with left side. And Bob will live today with just a heart piece. So down goes Trolldorm on Etienne's side. He will not be obviously finding the fire rod, but does get the item out of her. It was a heart piece. So now he's probably going to go to Spike Cave next, but he now has all 3 pendants. 2 out of the 3 pendants. So chest 2, small key. Chest 3, $20. Chest 4, triple bombs. Chest 5, another small key. Oh, we have a little bit of a. He's gonna go now to the right side. So, Dark Magician strats. All right, so here's chest 6, just a piece of heart. Chest 7, heart container. And he's gonna continue to the left, to the right. All right, here we go. Chest 8 coming up here. Chest 8, small key. Chest 9, triple bombs. Chest 10, $20. Chest 11, it is the small key. So if you guessed chest number 11, congratulations, you have won the big key guessing game today. And now Humbug will head up to the rest of GT. And meanwhile, Etienne does not find anything in Tower of Hera. We'll go do Spike Cave next. Let's see what's in Spike Cave. And there's a red meringue. Not going to help him in this seed. All right, Etienne, where do you go next? It's got to be Ice Palace from here. There's really nothing else he can check. I believe he's pretty much cleared out the overworld, so he's going to be going Ice Palace. And I'm sure he will have a few choice words, which we are not allowed to share on the restream for that Ice Palace check. And meanwhile, Humbug is in the gauntlet. All right, then you put Beamoses on stuff for our runners, and now we're going to Land Molus 2.
Goodness gracious, this execution, superb.
Yeah, you're watching. You're really chat. You're getting to watch one of the, I believe, one of the better run. I've never seen him run, but I've definitely heard of Humbug. I just never seen him run before. And now he kills Land Molus 2, and we'll head up to the Wizard Run. All right, down go the Wizrobes. So the story of this seed, just if you are just joining us, we were in search of the Ice Rod, which was in Ice Palace, where Etienne is now. And he gambled a lot of the other locations that Humbug just decided never to go back to, such as Left Side Swamp. He ended up at some point doing Pyramid Fairy, but he didn't do a lot of the checks that Etienne did. And that's where we are now. Humbug just about at Aga 2. And Etienne does get his bomb jump. And another piece of heart there. Full magic refill. Getting the hook shot out. And now it's Troll Dorm 2. Oh, he takes a Troll Dorm fall. So at least Troll Dorm takes one prisoner today.
It's not a very big penalty.
Yeah. And down goes Troll Dorm. And well, I wonder if he'll open up the chest just to see. And there's our cape. So there's our full inventory. All right, on to Aga 2. And there's a double on for Humbug. Oh, and just misses the double. So he has a 2-1 right now. Oh, and because the blue ball can't get the double there either. So 2-1-1. And there's the kill. 2-1-1-2 on the Aga fight for Humbug.
Well done.
Yeah, and Etienne now enters the room with the ice rod. And is he going upstairs first? No, he is not. So he does get his ice rod. But at the 1 hour, 35-minute mark and 36 seconds, Etienne has officially entered go mode. As Humbug is now on to Ganon.
And that one dungeon lead has now become a 2.
Yeah, and that lead is only because Etienne did 2 more dungeons completed before that Humbug did not. And Humbug already on to phase 2 of Ganon. Tempered Sword, Ganon, Silvers. This should be a pretty easy fight for him. Now, bear in mind, Ganon Hugs still hurt quite a bit. So do the Fire Bats, but he does have Red Mail. And I'm not sure if he has anything left in those bottles. So we'll see. But again, these phases again, much easier. As we're about to enter phase 4. All right, so here we go. 4 silver arrows while the lights are on, and not really concerned about the torch glitch at this stage with silvers. And there's a double. And down goes Ganon for Humbug. He had flawless execution today, and he just has to cross that little bridge, and he will finish this seed here. And he finishes now with an official time of 1 hour, 37 minutes, and 20 seconds. Get your GGs in chat for Humbug. He also finishes first overall, not only on our restream, but of our 16 entrants. He is first.
And I think with real good reason. He made a couple of gambles that worked out really well for him. Swamp was a really early one. It just worked perfectly. Didn't make a lot of mistakes. He had a couple of minor execution errors. Otherwise, so well done. Hats off to Humbug for an outstanding race. And congratulations on the first place here today.
Yep. And Etienne now going through Turtle Rock. And I believe we're joined by Humbug. GG.
GG. Thank you.
So, your overall thoughts on this one?
I haven't had an ice rod hunt in a while, so that was refreshing. Apparently, Turtle Rock is nice this time of year. I've had to go through it 3 times, but, well, one of them's on me. I shouldn't have died on Trinex. That was just dumb.
Yeah, I figured you had a few choice words for that, death to Trinex, and not taking the safety door there, but otherwise your execution was spot on this entire race, abandoning the left side swamp. I mean, there were just so many early and technical things that you did right, and that's what brought you the first place victory, not only on the restream, but overall.
Yeah, I mean, I did a seed earlier this afternoon, and I didn't feel very good execution-wise, but this race felt really good. Overall, I felt way better than I have done in a long time, so it was fun. I really enjoyed it, and I mean, sequence breaking the boots is always nice. It just gets you a warm feeling. I love it.
Yeah, definitely getting those boots early was really nice, and then then it just became the search for the ice rod, which is always that like devious weapon that seems to, because it can really be anywhere. So what was your thoughts as far as going Ice Palace before going Green Pendant, or even checking a pet?
I actually, I mean, I knew that I left Side Swamp, and I had that in the back of my mind the whole time. And I mean, if the answer was going to be there, I would have last locationed it. That was my last spot, and I actually meted where I was going to go a bit. I didn't think a lot of people would dip into ice before Turtle Rock, so I went there. because of that. Actually, just to get some kind of head start, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, as far as you were concerned, you had left side swamp, you had Spike Cave, you had Green Pendant, and I believe and you had Tower of Hera. That was really
Yeah.
what you all had left. So Ice
I
Palace,
had purple chest as well. I
you
think.
had purple chest. So of those locations, Ice Palace certainly has the more meteor of the choices that are in one place. So
Mhm.
it's definitely logical.
Yep. And it was nice finding it somewhat early in there as well. I could just mirror out. I was bummed that I didn't get to save my Turtle Rock portal. I'm actually unsure if I have ever pulled that off. Somehow it always seems like when I dip Turtle Rock without the ice rod and don't find it, I mirror on out of Laser Bridge, and I either have already killed Aga, so the mirror portal won't be there anyway, or I have, or the ice rod is locked somewhere that it's hard to keep the portal anyway. So
Well, good efforts on trying. I mean, that's certainly it's not easy to do, but good efforts on trying to keep that all in the back of your head, along with whatever else you had to keep in the back of your head for this.
I mean, we were on kind of low health, right? It wasn't me, I guess. It wasn't just me.
No. I mean, Etium has a few more hurts than you do, but yeah, you guys were low health. Luckily, you guys got red mail, but yeah, you guys.
Yeah, without the red mail, I would have been way more scared overall. Red mail was very nice to find. But I mean the low hearts kind of helped with the death on the Murderodactyl in Mire, so at least that was nice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it seems like all the heart containers were in GT today, because Etienne has found quite a few of them.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised that my Dark Magician strat worked out perfectly, since there was no key on the right in the Hope Room, and everyone who route GT like the standard way, they basically lost location that big key.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously, the last possible location is always the tile room. But,
fair enough. But I mean, within the same locations.
Oh yeah, for sure. Etienne leaving some bombs along the way as he is in GT. He's headed to Rando Room. Not gonna find his big key, unfortunately. But yeah, so your routing gave you first place overall. What's next up for you after this?
I have no idea. I have to work tomorrow, so I guess I need to get some sleep.
Well, there you go. Anything else about this seed? Anything other than the one death to Trinax that you were unhappy with?
Yeah, that sucked. It really did. But I mean, I think the seed gave it back with me gaining a lot of time with the Dark Magician. So I'm fine overall. It was fun, and thank you very much for handling the restream and the comms and the trackings and everything. It was great fun.
Well done. All right, so Etienne now heads into Ice Armos. Needs to go to the right side GT to get to his big key, unfortunately. All right, there's a map, more money, and triple bombs. And now Etienne heading to the left side, where he will find his big key. So Etienne just about to get his big key.
There it is.
Yep, there's the big key for him. Right now, he will head up GT and do Gauntlet and all the bosses and get to Aga 2. Humbug, I do have one other question for you. In your Aga 2 fight, were you upset or aggravated at all that Aga 2 was really not cooperating? Because he was kind of set up nicely for you for a quick kill, and then the blue ball was like, nope, and then he teleported through. It was kind of like, nope, not gonna happen.
I actually think that I thought that I got the triple on the first round. So I was kind of excited that maybe I can get a double triple on restream. That would be cool. But then he gave me a blue ball, and then he gave me a blue ball again, and then I had to get 2 hits in the last phase. So I mean the double triple wasn't there anyway. But yeah, that was the blue balls pissed me off a bit. Yeah, they did.
I don't blame you, because I was watching. I'm like, wait, nope, and it's gonna hit you right at the time when you're trying to slide. And it was just really like Aga was like, nope, you didn't fight me earlier. I'm gonna make you guys suffer. So yeah, that was just unfortunate. But I mean, other than that, and the one, like I said, the one death that you had earlier, I mean, your routing, your boss kills were all spot on.
Yeah, they went pretty well. I actually learned something new in this seed as well. Dying in Misery Mire and getting revived by fairy doesn't screw up your spooky action. I actually thought that it did, and I was basically sure that I wouldn't get it, but I did. So there's that.
Yeah, you always learn something. And if you can take one thing that you learn new out of every seed, it is always a good thing. Always feel. Oh, and Etienne just having a little bit of trouble here with Landmolas, who does get the kill though.
Yeah, Humbug, your execution was exceptional today on the restream. Hats off to you at every step of the way. You know, you guys mentioned those two small minor moments. You also, Moldorm 2 knocked you off once. That's not really a big deal. But other than that, I mean, you were so spot on. Your routing was exceptional, and I think even beyond that, a lot of your routing came down to a lot of forward thinking, and bunching things together. You know, you took that south route and got the glove, and were able to route everything in the bad area all together in one.
I think the mirror helped with that.
Yeah.
I was hesitant doing the Zora checks first time on the South Shore, since I didn't have money for Zora. But then when I got the money out of Desert, I thought to myself, well, I should probably get to Zora by now, but I still don't have the flippers. So I needed to do some sort of splash deletion or something. But then I got the flippers. And when I got to Zora and got the glove in the waterfall fairy, I thought that, well, I could have gotten this way earlier, but then I got the mirror at Zora, and I mean, it was all worth it again.
And I mean, even when you're talking the back of Skull Woods, you went into the back really early and defeated Mothula, and that's what gave you the big key to be able to do the front. So a lot of these they seem like small decisions at the time, but then when they stack up like that, it gives you an exceptional lead. Not going back into Swamp, huge. Etienne went back into Swamp and it didn't pay out. It actually led to a fetch quest that ended up being more time. So,
yeah, it led to a fetch quest mushroom, which led to
that Skullwoods routing. It seems like everyone just agrees on the fact that if you can clear Skullwoods, you should do it from back to front. But to me, it feels like that depends on what you're gonna do next. If you're gonna route in Thieves Town or Village of Outcast or the north of Dark World, with Skull Woods. Yeah, sure. But I mean, the only thing that I had left in that part of the world was Skull Woods. So I actually didn't feel great about that routing in Skull Woods, but it worked out anyway. So
It worked out perfectly.
All right, so Etium has defeated Aga 2, and we'll head to his Ganon fight. So yeah, those 2 dungeons that he had cleared that Humberg did not is really the difference in the timings that you guys are seeing. The almost 20 minutes that Etium has here, and this should be a pretty easy fight for him. Again, uh, Sword and Silvers were so early, like there was not even a chance of a Master Sword Silverless today. So definitely making our runners happy. All right, Etienne now on to phase 2. Moving to phase 3 now. Each runner will get the exact same RNG with Ganon and with Aga. And one more silver arrow will do it. And down goes Ganon for Etium. Get your GGs in chat. All he has to do is cross that little bridge. And he does with an official time of 1:52.50. Good for second overall on the restream and 7th overall of our 16 runners. So in second place was Salty Pry Free at 1:40.13. In third place was Lin at 1 hour 46 minutes 12 seconds. SAGTG at 1:48.39. Raja at 1:49.31. And Obstructure Lifeform at 1:51.46. And we'll see if Etienne wants to join us here in the booth for an interview. We'll wait and see. And while we wait to see if Etienne is going to join us here in the booth, we would like to take this opportunity to thank our tracker today, RG Commander. And we're joined by Etienne. GG.
Hey, GG. Congrats on the win, Humbug.
yeah, thank you. GG, dude.
So you can tell how my seed went by my collection rate. That says everything.
Oh, feels bad, man. Yeah, I guess you full cleared GT basement as well.
Yeah, well, pretty much the entire game. There was not a lot of chests I didn't check. Basically, the last 2 items in Ice were the only things I didn't check outside of GT. Full cleared everything else.
Yeah, I managed to skip Hera and Bacca Desert and Purple Chest, I believe.
Yes.
That was basically it.
And Swamp.
Yeah, Left Side Swamp, of course.
You still gained some time on me, it looks like, somewhere else, because that doesn't explain 15 minutes. So
No, I did Dark Magician strat in GT. So
Oh, that. Oh, you probably didn't double dip Turtle Rock as well.
I did. I actually
Oh, you
triple
did.
dipped it because I died to Trinex the second time there. So I had to go
Oh,
through
no.
the whole thing a third time.
Yeah, you still got a 137. Wow.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised myself.
I just wish the ice rod had been on the mushroom.
That would have been a complete game changer.
Yeah, it's just one of those seeds where I'll have to rewatch it to kind of see how you did you. So you went to Turtle Rock and it wasn't there, and your like first choice was ice, basically.
No, my first choice was Meyer, since I got the
Oh,
bonus.
I mean after Meyer.
After Meyer, no, my first choice after Meyer was doing Pyramid and Pyramid Fairy and Catfish, but then I just couldn't hold on to that mirror portal anymore, so I just saved and quit and went to
Alright.
ice.
Yeah, I don't know how you got a 137, man. That's impressive.
There's a lot of. I feel like there was a lot of moments of grouping together checks, not going back into Desert, Tower of Hera, Dark Magician strats worked out well.
Yeah.
Just a lot of minor time saves that really built up over the course of the match.
I got a bunch of good stuff in the light world, and then I went to the dark world, and I found nothing for like 10 or 15 minutes.
Did you get the mirror before entering Dark World the first time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe he had the mirror before you, significantly before you.
Yeah, none
Oh.
of that.
I had the mirror before Flippers.
Yeah.
Oh,
You did.
I get it.
Water walk.
Yeah, I was really happy about my sequence break getting the glove and the mirror, and then Flippers were just on Uncle, so that kind of ruined it.
Yeah, I hate when that happens.
Water walks faster than Flipper.
That tree pull really helps me out, though. I farmed that tree pull maybe like 4 or 5 times, and made sure I had zero
tree
money.
pull, of course. That was $80, right?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Oh, did you have to farm somewhere?
No, I didn't. I actually followed the book in the desert. There was 300 rupees in there,
Ah,
so I was set for the entire seed by then.
well, anyway. GG again. Thanks, commentators and tracker.
Yeah, you guys are welcome again. This wasn't. You guys should both go back and rewatch because you guys were neck and neck for a long time, and then the early swamp play to full clear, and then some of the other small little things is what kind of put you behind. But I mean, again, if that mushroom had that ice rod, it would have been a totally different seat for you.
Yeah, that's how it goes sometimes.
Yeah, that pesky ice rod is just one of those items that can be anywhere other than Trinex, and so it wasn't on the and what's interesting, Humbug, is you didn't check the pedestal when you left.
No, I completely spaced on that.
So
I completely forgot it, and that was on the back of my mind as well. But I mean, if you forget it, you just forget it, and you never check.
blindfold
And you
later.
pray.
Yeah, exactly. Even if you go there, you just blindfold it. Yeah, I gotta head out. As I said, I need to work in the morning. So thank you again, and GG Sedium. See you around.
Yeah, see you guys.
Bye.
All right, so that'll do it for pretty much for us. So basically, thank you very much to all of our runners today, Etium and Humbug. Please give them a follow. They put on a fantastic show today. And the guy pushing all the buttons today, RG Commander, pushing all the buttons, keeping us on track today, making sure we know what's going on here in the booth. And my fellow commentator, The Meter, doing a fantastic job today in the booth here. So thank you to all of you. And so, yeah, give everybody a follow. If you want more randomizer, there is dailies tonight, I believe, at 9. So check your local speed gaming channel. It could be 1 through 6, I believe, or LTTP 1 through 4 for all of the upcoming matches that are via tournament or dailies as well. Any last words from you, Demeanor?
No, these were exceptional. I gotta drop some follows for Humbug and Etium. An outstanding job for you as well, Nitro.
You did a fantastic job. All right, so then for all of us here at the Speed Gaming Networks, I am Nitro6003. Have a wonderful afternoon.